Hello, I hope you're well. Today I'm going to share to you my first experience using the Polaroid Now third generation. I will go through a little of the camera, how it looks, and have a closer look to it, and then going through my first pack of color and black and white film, and then I'll share my thoughts. So, it's a little big, as you can see. It feels big, but it's not heavy. It feels plasticky. So, we have the lens, and we from here we take the photos. One click, I think it's focus. Second, more deep to take the photo. We have a flash. There is some setting here, I think, for timer and some other things, but I have not actually used it. And behind here you can have like a turn it on, turn it off, and here it's the flash. And I think it's really beautiful one. I quite like the color. And then here there is a button on the side here, which you press, opens, and you put the film inside. I mean, nothing really exciting. I mean, it's a very basic kind of basic camera. I mean, they have much, and it is. I think I bought it 129 something euros or close to that, and it's relevant cheap. And they have like some other models which can have more settings, but for me, the idea was not to buy the most expensive Polaroid camera, and for some reason, for Polaroids and instant cameras, I think I prefer if I don't have a lot of like control on it. I simply like click and take the photo. So this is the first things. Then I'll go through the photos, and then I come back with my thoughts. I will start with the color first film, and then it was like something kind of unusual. It was like a big dead fish, and I decided to take a photo of it. And it's not too bad actually, I think, in my opinion. This one was like on the seaside. It was morning, but it was kind of a dark time, and it kind of maybe underexposed. But overall, I think it's not too bad, to be honest. This again by the seaside. Again, it's not too bad. The colors, yeah, I can feel the difference between the color on this and compared to Fuji Instax. This one, I was quite happy with how the sea came out, the details. I was expecting it to be worse. This was also really nice, and I really like the color. I don't know how much you can tell from the camera, but it was not too bad also. This is nice again. And I'm not sure how sharp it is, and I don't know how sharp it's supposed to be, the Polaroids. This is like a rubbish bin on that area. This was, I forgot to say, this was like a kind of a beach area, which is like managed by the local, how it's called, municipality, town hall, I don't know how it's called. And they have like a coffee place. And this was like a stone, which again, I like photographing the banal things. But I wasn't sure, maybe I have to like, I think I was aiming to have it on the center, but it came like on the side. So this was the first pack. And that was the color one. And if we go to the black and white, let's start from this one. I think in the camera maybe it looks a little better than this in reality. I was now in an airport which is kind of more traditional houses, which it is close to where I live, maybe 15 minutes walk, but I never really explored them like, heavily. And I decided to spend my time there. This is like, it has a softness, it's not sharp, and I'm not sure if it is because of my fault. I don't know this one. If I didn't click correctly the focusing, or it was overexposed because it was too bright. Kind of the same here, but it's not terrible. This one, the sky is off, but the building came quite interesting. This was nice. I think this was I was pretty happy with this one. This was bad. It was like a basket thing, but everything was off. I think I'm not sure. Maybe the conditions was quite different for it to capture it. This was like I don't know what it was, the building, I don't remember what it was but it was more related to the history of during the Turkish Ottoman occupation. And this is like again an old door of the house. I'm back to you now to share my thoughts and tell you more how I took the photos. So I hope you enjoy those ones. And I mean, for me it was kind of I was debating if I should try or not Polaroid. I have a Fujifilm, quite a lot of Fujifilm, on all the different sizes and also for the small one too. But I was like, I wanted to try because it's something totally different and kind of like an experimentation. I think I will stick with the color. I have on black and white more, but I think I will stick with the color. And the thing is, like, for me, the fact is, I'm shooting so much in black and white film in general or digital black and white. So when I go and shoot Polaroids, it's maybe better to go to that because I think a part of it is the colors are so unique themselves. And what else? I think one of the things I changed. I was having also a Polaroid Go, and I will come back to you in the next in another video. And the first couple of packs was totally rubbish. I was totally off. Then I tried to make it a little better, and that's why it motivated me to buy the larger ones. And you can feel the difference. Like maybe give me a second. So I will talk to you more in the next video. But if we go and compare the sizes, I wasn't planning to do that, but you can see how different is the size, how much smaller is the small one. The cost is quite expensive compared also to the Fujifilm, I think, and you have to be a little more careful. It takes much longer for them to to develop and for and you have to be a little. I mean, Polaroids, you don't. I think you need to be careful about them. You just take the photo and you don't worry about them. But for this one, there is like a tongue coming out from the camera and it covers it. So it's better to leave it there for maybe half a minute. And then in my first trials, I was putting them in this box and straight away, like after half a minute, put inside here. But this was not so easy. And my approach, like on the second, like on the black and white one, was like I was having like this notebook. I was taking the photos, putting them here after half a minute, cover it, and don't touch it for 15 or more minutes. So leave it to develop. And maybe that caused my first packs to be so bad, except all the other with the small ones, except all the other things I did wrong. Like I was taking photos from a distant things, and maybe that the small camera is more for close-ups. I was also so careful about the lighting, so maybe for this type of the cameras, it's better to have uniform lighting. And I should be, I don't know how, but I should be a little more careful with focusing. And the thing is, like, I wasn't feeling something like sometimes when you have a digital camera, you half click, you can feel zzz. I wasn't feeling it so much with this one. So we'll see. I think that was my first impressions with that. I think I'll be back more to share with videos when I take more of them. Maybe one, I don't know, it will be short videos. But I'll be back to share because that motivates me to keep photographing. I noticed that I need something to motivate me to take more photos. And even if nobody watches these videos, for me it's nice that it helps me to be more creative. And at the end of the day, that's the whole idea. So if you like my photos and my video, please leave a comment so other people can find the video. And you can also subscribe, which will also help. And you can also find my work on Instagram, which you can follow me also there. Thank you very, very much. I'm looking forward to see you again. Have a good day. Bye. And keep being creative and smile.